What's up, VC? Kieran here. Just wanted to hop on and share a huge amount of records. I'm gonna share these all again likely as I listen to them. These are my internet buys from basically pretty much the past year. My cousin just visited me from the US and I've been buying records since the last time I was there last summer and shipping them to him, and he brought them to me. So I bought a lot of records, so I just wanted to show what I got because I'm pretty excited about having them, and I've listened to a bunch. I listened to some with him while he was here, and you know, over the next few months I'll be listening to these a lot. So yeah, just wanted to quickly just show you. So I'm going to do this a little differently. I'm not going to really talk about the artists on the records, or I'm just going to kind of file through them for the sake of time, and then once I've listened to them I will come back and talk about them a few records at a time. So first off, we have some VCLT / trade, kind of got mixed into each other with my buddy Tom. Tom's really someone I look up to in the VC, a buddy, a peer. Tom, you're awesome, and thank you for sending me these records. So first one, Max Roach, Members Don't Get Weary. Been waiting to hear this, and incredible lineup. Love that cover as well. Bruce Palmer, record I've seen posted but don't know anything about, never heard it, never heard the artist, so happy. I'm gonna be happy to listen to this. I have not spun it yet. The original one that's taken, it seems like forever to actually get it, but Karma from Tom. I think this is the second copy you tried to send me a copy. Maybe it feels like a couple years ago now that never actually made it to me. So thank you, Tom, and this one I have listened to, and I love it, and as did my cousin. Gratian Moncur III, New Africa. This is a favorite of mine. From the BYG actual label. Really happy to get an original of this in the collection. Jack Corsil unit, Way Ahead, BYG 19. Haven't spun that yet. Don Cherry, the first part, Actual number 1. I have the second part of this, so looking forward, which I really enjoy, so looking forward to digging in to the first part. Anthony Davis, James Newton Quartet, Hidden Voices. This is on India Navigation. I've yet to dig into this. This one, I think it was David Belson, Record Bug now, and no longer on the turntable. That had posted this and recommended it to me. Mystic Winds, Tropic Breezes by Jay Hoggard, also on India Navigation. Another India Navigation. As you can tell, I have these organized kind of by label. When I got them, I kind of sorted through them. Craig Harris, Aboriginal Affairs. I don't remember who recommended this, but I feel maybe it was Chris Cole, or maybe I just kind of bought it randomly. So we've done BYG and we've done India Nav. Now a few Black Jazz, Walter Bishop, Coral Keys. Looking forward to digging into that. Gene Russell, Talk to My Lady. Adding a few Black Jazz to the collection. Some took me a few years to even get one, now I have a few. United Front, Ohm, Unit of Resistance. This was definitely a Chris Cole recommendation, posted on eBay. Looking forward to digging into that. Some more Pharaoh on Impulse, some later Impulse stuff, kind of rounding out my Pharaoh collection until I get my hands on the Holy Grail, which is the India Navigation one. Got Elevation, Love in Us All, and Journey to the One. Don Cherry, Where is Brooklyn? Record I had passed up on for pretty cheap in Montreal before I knew what was up. So happy to get a copy of this. Oh, another Impulse. This is Archie Shepp, The Way Ahead. Some Muse, Well, these got mixed up a bit, but anyway. Clifford Jordan, Remembering Me. This is a later ones, late 70s. Tom, again, I remember, I think you had shared that in a vinyl update. Got Herbie Hancock, Albert Rotunda on Warner Brothers soundtrack, I believe. This one I'm looking forward to listening to big time. Harold Vick, Commitment on Muse. Miles Davis, Sorcerer, one of the Columbia Miles records that I didn't have. Still missing a few, but definitely getting closer to having them all. Another Muse, Buster Williams, Heartbeat. This is a cheapie, and I recommend you guys grab this. I really, really like this record. I've listened to a lot online, as well as it was one of the first ones that I spun, and as well as one of the cheapest ones that I bought. So definitely recommend you guys seek that one out. Okay, moving over here to this side, we got Billy Harper Quintet. Really happy to add this. I have a bunch of Billy Harper records, and I love them all. And I don't know if one or two people have said that this is their favorite, but I think, Tom, you're one of the people that that told me that this was their favorite on Pole Jazz, and I don't know if that's just because you're biased because it's a Polish one or not, but we'll see when I listen to it. What I do know is that it's going to be awesome. Another recommendation from Tom, as well as other people's in the VC. I remember Van Secco Funk talking about this in one of his last videos. This is Billy Bang Untitled. You got Don Cherry on here as well. Another Blue Note, Eddie Gale, Black Rhythm Happening. Listen to this, love it. This is kind of the next one after Ghetto Music. This is, picked up two records from, can't remember who the eBay seller was, but they came from the radio station here. I know some other people picked some up. So this is Huey Simmons, Burning Spirits. And finally, Joe Henderson, The Elements with Alice Coltrane. Yeah, really, really happy to finally add this. I know the cover's not great, but the music is, the record and the music are great, perfect. Most importantly, Spirit Man, Weldon Irvine, my first original Weldon Irvine. So happy to have this. Listen to it, love it. Jumped on some of the Nimbus West records that they selling on their Discogs. They selling like dead stock from the 70s and 80s for reasonable prices, so I grabbed a few of those. So this is Horace Tapscott Sextet, Dial B for Barbara. Got The Call, Pan African People's Orchestra. This is live at IUCC. And I got Lullaby for Linda. And don't mind me moving this one that was up there because I was spinning it. Gary Biased, East 101. I've listened to three of those, all excellent. Nathan Davis, If, heavy jazz funk record. My cousin picked this up for me at Encore Records in Ann Arbor, which is where he's from, the local store. Also got this, Nathan Davis, Makatuka. Have not listened to this one yet. Excited too. This is the Strata East pile. Really happy about this. Listened to this last night, blew me away. Clifford Jordan, In the World. The music of Cecil Payne. This is the first in the Dolphy series, I believe. This is the third in the Dolphy series. Still missing that Pharoah Sanders on Strata East. Keno Duke Contemporaries, Sense of Values. Step by Step, John Gordon. Celebrations and Solitudes, Poetry of Jane Cortez with Richard Davis on bass. And this one actually another friend brought to me. He picked it up from a seller in Toronto. the Brass Company Colors on Strata East. So that's it for the jazz. My cousin did forget a few records. So yeah, I won't see those ones for a while, the ones he forgot to bring me. But as you can see, I have more than enough to listen to, so no worries at all. He'll get to listen to them for a while longer. Don't mind me moving around here. Okay, some Numero Group compilations. This is the first one on the label, Eccentric Soul Capsule label, Volume 1. Really dope. These are all mixed up too. It's a cheap gospel record. Listen to this once quickly while doing other stuff. I was entertaining people. He's a God, the Victory Travelers. Some hip hop. This I bought, the Numero and the Mellow Music Group stuff. I bought, I think it was like Black Friday sale or something. They were having a nice discount. So yeah, Grander, slew of artists on here. I really like this album that came out last year. Love Apollo Brown's production and great artists on there. I really liked this EP by rapper Big Pooh, formerly of Little Brother. Words Paint Pictures. This is also Apollo Brown production. If you're into hip hop, I recommend that. This is, I think this one's the Smarts Palace. Yeah, this one was really good. My cousin and I listened to this together. We both really enjoyed it. Number 27 in the Numero and Eccentric Soul collection. This was from, so this is the Counts, What's Up Front That Counts on Westbound, and this was someone from the Facebook group that posted, I think Rodney Young, I think his name is, was selling some records on eBay. I grabbed that one, so thank you. I think this is the one right after, I'm not sure. And also cool, Love Sign, cheap record to get. Odyssey, Alwasta, great EP, really enjoyed this, came out last year. Odyssey was actually in town on Sunday a few days ago, and it was my cousin had left in the morning. I had guests for like 9 days straight, and I decided to stay home and not go out to the show. I had seen them a year and a half ago and I loved it. If you do have the chance to see Odyssey, I recommend it. Oh, I lied. Another couple jazz records. This is Shabaka and the Ancestors, Wisdom of Elders. This came out on what's it called? Jill Peterson's label. It's before Brownswood Recordings, same label as the Yusef Kamal that everyone's raved about. This is also excellent. Yeah, I recommend it if you can find it. If not, you can hear it online, get a digital copy, but great jazz, and I love that cover. Nat Birchall, Invocations. Picked up a couple from him recently locally. My local store was able to track down a couple new copies of his records, and this was one that was at the local store in Ann Arbor. I've yet to listen to this, but the other two that I have, I absolutely love. If you don't know Nat Birchall, definitely recommend that. And another Numero Group. This is kind of for their 51st, they kind of revisited the Capsule. So this is not just the Capsule label, but Capital City Soul. And lastly, Dance and Show, Mickey and the Soul Generations. This was a recommendation from Teddy, Eat Sleep Vinyl. I remember him showing this, and this is a reissue on Numero Group that I bought when they had that sale. So that's it. I have a lot of listening to do, as you can see, and I'm really looking forward to it. Hope everyone's well, and I'll come back soon with a vinyl update of stuff I've been finding locally, as well as my experience listening to these records. Peace, guys.